is kind of crazy. There are very few faces that we get to see anymore. And I think with this art show, you've seen a lot of mine. So I apologize for that. And I'm back ever so briefly. First of all, really thank you. The plagiarists are so appreciative. We did it. We spent the whole spring and summer of this, and I'm optimistically calling it this because I'm me, in this brave new world. We learned to adjust and adapt and create and take care of each other in new ways. And we're about to wrap this event that proves that we do still value art, we can keep moving, and we still love and care about each other, and that we can live in a new normal. And I welcomed you all 10 days ago with words of anticipation and anxiety and pride, but I'm ending with unspeakable gratitude. We're so grateful for you attending our show, for enjoying and supporting our incredible artists' work, for taking a chance to take some home to your home while we stay at home. And I actually had so much fun. And that's weird for me to say because I'm a social human and sitting behind a computer is a weird thing for me, but I really did. And it proves that we as plagiarists, we value experience and therefore we'll make it happen however we can. And I hope it gives you a good one. So I'm really honored to introduce to those of you who don't know him and to say hi to those of you who do know him, to Greg Peters, who is one of the Plagiarists' founding members. He's our outgoing artistic director, and basically he's been the rock of ours to keep things moving throughout our company's life. Greg doesn't like to be all gushed over, so I'll be really gentle and quick, but Greg, you have moved this company into all of its difficult and exciting transitions, and now into its really crazy teenage year, which is the wildest. You've been solid, calm, welcoming, honest, and brave, and we would literally not be here without you. So thank you for persevering and for working your ass off to give the company the path that we now get to keep shaping. So, Greg.
Thank you for those very kind words. And I have been delighted to see your face as much as I have this past week. So, yeah, put me down in that column. And all of you, thank you so much for coming out. Thank you so much for continuing to be a part of the world, even though the world seems very dark at times. And thank you for continuing to support art and think that there's a future for art, for live art, for theater especially. We are so excited about the future, about what's coming around the bend, and I couldn't be more excited to hand the reins over to someone as amazing as Christina. And I am overjoyed to see what happens next and to be a part of making it happen. Christina, you are amazing. And Sarah, you are amazing. Thank you both for making this happen. It's been a delight to be a part of. And I'm happy to see what we do next together. Take it away.
And before we get our awesome introduction to Christina, I just need to shamelessly plug, because that is my job. The event is still live until midnight, y'all. So you can still buy art, you can still buy poetry and silhouettes and still engage. We've spent the last 6 months like reshaping this over and over again, and that is really cool. We've arranged the timing and the form. That speaks to how we arrange as a company. We arrange things as it makes sense to move forward and to create the format that makes sense in the time. And what we've done, it's the most important, is we've really embraced this new leadership transition. It happened in July, but again, we've all been buried in a lot of yuck during that time, so you may not have even been aware of it. We were, because it was really important and exciting to us. But we're a leader. As Greg mentioned, Christina Cassano is our new artistic director, and she came into leadership in such a wild time for theater companies. A lot of people were like, no, thank you. And she's like, yes, please, I got this. And we couldn't be more excited to have someone like this to guide us forward. There's no one I trust more to do this. She's brought so much to the company in her time here, and she has always been hard at work to be diligent and an advocate and to innovate how we work and move ahead. And I just am really grateful to welcome you. Thank you.
Thank you, Sarah. I That was so nice. Thank you so much. Hi. Yes, for those of you that don't know me, I'm Christina. I am the new artistic director, which every time I say it out loud, I'm just like, ooh, because I don't get to say it out loud because I don't go out in public often, obviously. Um, so first of all, I just want to say thank you to all the artists that have participated in the festival and that donated their time for the workshops and events that we had. They were so much fun, and I am so excited about all the art that we had this year. I did spend some of my cold hard cash on quite a few things. But that's, every year we have really, really wonderful artists that are in our network. And so thank you for participating in this in a brand new way. This is definitely, doing it online is totally new to us. And so thank you. Thank you for going on this adventure with us. I want to give a couple special thank you shout outs to company members that have made this possible. First and foremost, Sarah, for doing all of this and making all this happen every single year. And particularly this year, where we sort of had to pivot and make this whole thing happen in a totally new way for us. Second, Jack, our managing director, who got the site up and running, onboarding artists, doing all that fun stuff, logistical stuff. It was a labor of love, and the site looks great. So if you haven't gone, go check it out. Also, super special shout out to Steven, who has been running the tech for all of this, all of our events, anything that has gone on that's been streaming like this that you may or may not have seen. It's all Steven. We appreciate it because none of us want to learn how to do it. And thank you to all of the company members that made this event happen. It was a group effort, doing it in a totally new way. We're all really super stoked about it. So thank you to this wonderful company, and I love you. Also, thank you to everybody that bought some art or watched an event and attended a workshop, bought raffle tickets, bid on the silent auction items. Like, thank you for being here and being part of this. We really appreciate it. Yeah. Today is the plagiarist's birthday. So it has been 13 years of plagiarism. And so in my notes, I have my notes. That's what I keep looking at. I literally have written down some joke about unlucky numbers in a pandemic. We may have caused this pandemic. I don't know. I'm sorry. But it has been such a wonderful experience to be part of this company. I've been working with the plagiarist since 2015. I've been a company member since 2016. And it has meant just the world to me to have an artistic home of people that create the kind of art that I wanted to see. I was very shortly out of college when I started working with this company, and I remember the first show that I worked on. It was a job posting for a Joan of Arc play with puppets, and I was just like, I don't know what that means, but I am intrigued. So really, this company has sort of always been making work that I have found really interesting and really meaningful. And I know everybody says that like all the work they do is meaningful, but I really believe in sort of the heart and the earnestness of the work that we do as a company, in the scripts that we find, the people that we work with. Everyone contributes to this really wonderful sort of company that we've created. And I've made a lot of really great friends and created artistic partnerships through this company. And I'm just really grateful for everything that I've been able to do with this company. So yeah, I love the plagiarists. If you're here, you probably also love the plagiarists. So thank you for loving us as much as we love you. So the really fun, exciting thing that I get to do today is our season announcement, which it's August of 2020 and theater has not happened for almost 6 months. So I know it's a dark and scary time for theater right now, and there aren't any real answers about when we're coming back. And I will say, just to sort of preface our season announcement, our shows, our season announcement of shows, we believe in safety first. We believe in the science and the regulations that are coming down, and we believe in protecting our artists and our audiences. So while we have a plan for this season, which I'm really excited to talk about, we also recognize that this may not come to pass this year. And that has been really hard for, I think, a lot of people to sort of sit with and hold. But I think, as Sarah said, like, we are still going to continue making art. Art still has value. And so I am really excited about the plans that we've made, but I also want to hold sort of the space for the plans that have not gotten to come to pass and the plans that may not come to pass as well. So now with all that sad stuff, I am really excited to announce that for the 2020-2021 season, we will be producing Arabia by Alexander Utz, directed by Jack Seifert, and that will go up March through April of 2021. And we will be producing I Build Giants by Ryan Stevens, directed by Christina Casano, me, and that will run from June through July of 2021. So if there's a vaccine, if all of it works out, we will have a very exciting second half of the season for you. And we are so excited about these scripts. If you haven't had the chance yet, we did do a reading of the first 3 scenes of Arabia, and we did a full reading of a draft of I Build Giants. Both of those are on our YouTube page. You can find that on our Facebook as well. Links to that, if you're on Instagram, they're in our link tree. It's the whole thing. So if you're excited, if you're interested in learning more about it, if you're interested and excited about those shows, take a look at those. It was a really fun experience to get to read those scripts as part of this event. And I'm really excited to see what the life of these shows are. These 2 scripts came to us through the literary committee, which is how we recruit scripts from outside of the company. And so if you do have a script or a pitch or an idea, a partial script, feel free to send it, and you think we'd like it, send it our way. Even if you don't think we'd like it, you can send it our way anyway. The email address for the literary committee is scripts@theplagiarist.org. We look forward to hearing from you. So yeah, it's been really exciting because these scripts are still in development, which means where they are right now and what we've seen sort of in the readings that we did this past week, they may change. These scripts may change, and that's really exciting that we get to work with playwrights and with casts and with directors to see sort of how a piece grows. And that's what, that's why we part of why we created the literary committee is that new plays are really exciting and what we like doing. So we're really looking forward to these 2 pieces. And as part of the 2020-2021 season, we wanted to announce our season theme. And so it had been a little bit of a process trying to figure out how you pick a season theme for a season like this in a pandemic. So thinking about sort of the world where it is right now, as well as the themes of the 2 plays that we've selected, we have chosen to call our season Onward. And to us, that means a lot of things. And it really means that sort of no matter what happens, we will continue to move onward. We'll continue to move forward, and we're going to continue making art and growing. So yeah, that is our current season that we are currently in. COVID, man, this is a whole thing. So I also wanted to take just a little bit of time to talk about something that is really important to me personally, but also to the company. Because we're not producing work until March, I do want to address that, we will be doing some internal company work and policy work while we have the time and the space to really think about this stuff. And what this means specifically is working on our equity, diversity, and inclusion and our anti-racism efforts. I want to acknowledge that we are a primarily white college-educated company. Those are the facts. we can't really lie about being a primarily white institution. It's not that we're trying to lie about it, but I do want us to be upfront and acknowledge that this is part of who we are. And so while we try and do right by every single artist that we work with, we acknowledge that we can do better. And because everybody can do better, every institution can do better by the artists that they work with. So a big part of that is that we are going to be doing anti-racism training as part of our downtime, if you want to call it that. We're going to be doing a lot over the next couple months while we're not producing. But it's really important to me, and it has been really important to me as a company member for the last couple of years to start actually doing this work, specifically with inclusion and now with anti-racism training. I think it's really important. So all of us will be doing every company member will be doing anti-racism training, so that we can all be better prepared to work with every single person that we may bring in to work with our company. So yeah, that's sort of all the sweet updates about us. And again, I think that these things are really important considering the world at large right now. I think it's really important for us to address and prepare for any issues before they even come up, and to create an environment that everybody feels safe in and feels ready to work in. So yeah, didn't really have a good ending for that, but it's just something that's really important to us as a company, really important to me individually. So I am really happy that we are sort of taking these steps and moving towards that. So yeah, thank you again, everybody, for joining us for this. And I can't wait to see